Hello from my studio space. This is Swan with Blank Canvas and Coffee.
Color theory. In this art session, I will introduce you to basic color theory using a color wheel. First, I'll map out and note where the three sections of color will appear on the color wheel. While procrastinating, while prepping for an art session, you might also prepare and enjoy your favorite beverage of choice. I enjoyed a refreshing glass of iced coffee made with full-strength dark roast coffee. If you are learning color theory or have trouble with layering or mixing colors, I will be working with acrylic paint using red cadmium medium, yellow cadmium medium, and ultramarine blue for the three primary colors. And I will provide examples in both color washes and thicker paint application. Color washes similar to watercolor painting will be applied along the color wheel, and I will apply thicker paint color along a color scale below the color wheel using a thicker application of the paint, and this is similar to working in oil paints. Add water to the paint as needed to get the desired effect. Laying in a color wash of red, I am adding paint and water as needed on my paint palette and applying the wash of color up to where the blue and yellow colors will be applied, leaving those areas blank. I will let this wash of red color dry before adding and layering the next color, and here below the color wheel I will block in the color to start my color scale. I am using thicker paint strokes to apply the first of the three primary colors, the red. After laying the red paint along the color scale, the color wash of red should be dry by now, and allow for the wash of yellow color to be added to the color wheel. Apply a wash of yellow halfway around the color wheel, laying a wash of yellow over the red to create the secondary color orange and the tertiary color red-orange. Continue with the color wash of yellow and apply the wash along the color wheel that will layer with the blue color wash to create the secondary and tertiary colors. Then apply the yellow with thicker paint strokes along the color scale and blend in the yellow over the red to create the secondary color orange and tertiary color red-orange. Now blue. When the other color washes are dry, add a color wash of blue to the color wheel. Layer a wash of the blue over both the red and yellow sections, creating secondary colors of violet and green and tertiary colors of red-violet, blue-violet, blue-green, and yellow-green. The three segments included on a color wheel are the three primary colors, the three secondary colors, and the 6 tertiary colors. That's a total of 12 glorious colors to work with. Now you can see that I've layered blue and have mixed blue on the color scale with the yellow to create the secondary color green and the tertiary color blue-green. You may have already noticed that I've mistakenly used a tube of cadmium orange hue instead of yellow. The color on the packaging looked more yellow to me than orange. Mistakes can occur even in the art studio. When choosing paint colors, it's good to learn from these mistakes and just move on. I will adjust and replace the cadmium orange hue with Turner's yellow. This yellow is one that I prefer when using yellow in my paintings and is not too warm and not too cool, so it works well when added to most paintings. I'm creating a new color scale with the Turner's yellow, mixing in the red and blue to create those secondary and tertiary colors, and now red and blue with the correct yellow for the color wheel. This looks better using the right color combination. These muted colors were created using colors located directly across from each other on the color wheel. These are complementary colors. Complementary colors are helpful when adding a pop of color. Complementary colors naturally make each other pop in a complementary sort of way. I prefer bright saturated use of color in my paintings. Here in this painting of saturated colors, I include the primary and secondary color families and added muted colors similar to the swatches that I just created. These muted colors helped me to tone down and mute the cast shadow of the buffalo a bit more. Color theory is my favorite part of creating a painting or illustration. Creating different color palettes and combining colors to set the perfect mood for a piece of art can be a great sense of accomplishment for an artist during the creative process. These colors I'm mixing together with the ultramarine blue are too dark, so I am going to add brilliant purple instead to pair with the Turner's yellow. And I will use cerulean blue instead of the ultramarine blue to pair with the orange. These combinations of color can make your colors sing. This green I mixed with the yellow and blue primary colors is not vibrant enough to pair with this red, so I will choose the light green permanent color as an alternative. Creating swatches in a grid format can also be helpful to use with your paint selection when creating colors beyond tertiary colors. It's another helpful way to study color theory when beginning to understand the multiple and almost infinite variations and combinations of color. I prefer to use a metal butcher's tray to mix my paints on. To remove the dried acrylic paint, I simply spray with a water bottle along the surface of the dried paint and gently scrape any dried paint with a palette knife from the butcher's tray and simply discard it. It's very simple and easy to use. Thank you so much for watching my blank canvas and coffee video, and I hope to see you next time when we view another blank canvas together and maybe have some time to enjoy some coffee. If you enjoyed today's art session, please don't forget to like and subscribe at the bottom of this video, and please click on the bell to receive a notification for my next art session. See you next time.